What's happening, people? United Central here, back with another video. We have a Q&A Christmas Day special for you guys. You get me, keeping up the content and whatnot. You know, I'm trying to say to you, big up to the people who are already tuning in and joining us. You get me, and yeah, Moosa, how are you today, man? How's your halalismus? You get me, halalismus. You know the ones there.
I'm kicking back now, man, going on. You know, it is. Where is it? Drummer today. So I went to the mosque. The mosque is still open down there. So I went to
yeah. They're still open, man. They're still open. You know what? Yeah. What do you make of the kind of today? Like, you know, obviously we're not a kind of ummah to judge people, but what do you make of that? Mo Salah, Pogba. What's going on? Bro? What's going on with the dunya? What's going on in the dunya?
I don't know. Yeah, a lot of people are upset that they're sending Christmas what is again? What is it? What they posting in front of Christmas trees and whatever? People are just saying like wherever you're on, just own it, innit? Own your beliefs, own your standpoint. Just don't be wishy-washy. You can't please everyone. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's it, man. You know what I mean? What we say in Islam is Allahu Alam, innit? You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? Whatever Allah wills, you get me, whatever Allah wills. But yeah, man, everyone good. Smash a like on the video. We have already nearly 100 people right now, so please, if you are watching this video right now, you get me, smash a like on the video on this halal Christmas for us. But you, man, you get me, enjoy your Christmas. Hope you've had a lot of turkey today, you know what I'm saying, pigs in banquets, you know, all of them good stuff, you know what I mean. Shout out to everybody. And let me know where you're watching from, guys. Where are you watching today's video from? Let me know where you're watching from around the world. When Man United, work rate don't stop, man. Never, bro. Never. Work rate never stops, man. Work rate never stops. Big up, Saeed. Watch you lot, Chelsea, hopefully, for Vardy masterclass tomorrow. You know what? We'll touch on that quickly. You know what I mean? Tomorrow, big game tomorrow, man, against Leicester. What are you thinking, bro?
Big game, man, because it's an opportunity. Because Leicester's second, right? So, Leicester being second in the league, it's a big opportunity for us to just throw our markers down and just kind of go past them in the league and just let people know that we're serious. I think if we beat Leicester tomorrow, anyone who might have any doubts about us being title contenders are going to kind of start to take us a bit more serious. Obviously, people are standing up, though, and counting, and they're thinking, hold on, United can make 9 changes in a game and still turn up like we did against in the midweek against Everton. So a lot of people are thinking, hold on, what's really going on there? Because we made 9 changes and the team looks solid. The players that came in, it was like, okay, like, so people are saying really it's out and us, between us and City with the best squads in the league, to be honest, in terms of having the best squads in the league. So yeah, man, I feel like to be honest, if we really want to also, you know, put ourselves down as title contenders, we got to turn up tomorrow. What is it tomorrow? Kickoff 12:30, yeah?
12:30 kickoff. 12:30 kickoff. What are you thinking in terms of? Give me your result. Give me your result.
How we've been playing so far, and the fact that we're playing away, yeah. Yeah. So for me, I think it's another away win. I think we might go over 3-1. I think Vardy scores because he just likes scoring.
Yeah, I said that as well. I think 3-1 as well. I said 2-1, but I think 3-1 now. I think
you need to. You can't, because if we go for 2-1, then it's going to be a draw. They're going to sneak it in there. You got to have that distance between you. So I'm thinking a 3-1 tomorrow, and because we're going to be the first team to play tomorrow, I think it's important so everyone else, so we can kind of sit back and see what everyone else does. Who's going to be dropping points? You know what I'm saying? So it's a big one.
Facts. We've got over 100 people here right now, so smash a like on the video. This is your Q&A Christmas Day special. So if you want to ask us any question, it can be football related, other teams, it can be non-football related. If you want to hear about me and Moosa, you want to ask questions about Moosa, you know what I mean, and his background, let us know. You get me? So let us know, man. You get me? And give us the questions what you want to say. So, assalamu alaikum, Saeed and Moosa. I hope you are both health and iman. Alhamdulillah, man. Alhamdulillah. You get me? Now we're good. We're good. Get your questions in, guys. Get your questions in for me and Moosa. Watching from Leeds, I think Maguire's levels ahead of Van Dijk. Oh, crazy. Yeah, he's crazy. Zia Miasa here, he's having a good Christmas. I bet he's in his penthouse. You get me, dripping, you know, me sipping some wine and that. Hope Rodgers wins and we'll get him in the summer along with Ndidi.
He's
Ooh,
the Arsenal man. Arsenal
Arsenal
man
man.
want
You know what I
Rodgers
mean?
now.
He's
They want
thinking.
Rodgers now. They had the
Exactly what's
opportunity to
Rodgers.
get him. Now, I thought they wanted the my man that just left PSG. They need to make their mind up.
Exactly. You know what I'm trying to say to you, Saeed. What do you teach? In school. I teach in primary. So I'm a primary teacher. So I teach. I cover all of them, like primary base. So when you're in a kind of a primary based school, you cover the whole lot. So I'm more like primary education. But yeah, man, I don't really bring that out. But yeah, man, we're moving it. We move. Album 15 says, "Where are you originally from, Saeed?" I'll let you go first, brother.
I'm from obviously Uganda, East Africa. You know what time it is.
Come on, man. Come on. I'm from Somalia. You get me. Big up LA. You get me. Las Anod. You know I'm trying to say to you. So anyone who's from Somalia, big up yourselves. Big up yourselves. Uh, what's Noordin's background? He's also Somali as well.
Noradine,
Uh,
where's Noradine hiding? Ain't he around today?
exactly. Yeah. I was gonna shout him a lot, but I thought we'd be busy. How's the dating game, Saeed? You get me. We, we keep it strictly
What they
halal,
say?
man. Strictly
Yeah,
halal. You get me.
what's going on? They
But,
want to know
but
when you're tying up the knot.
yeah, but I'm on a time where now I'm thinking to settle down now. You know the Mozambique where I'm willing to settle down now. This is the time now to settle down. So inshallah, you get me. You can find a wifey. You get me strictly halal, and then we can go forward. You feel me? Zaya Miyasi here says, chilling with my cigars and watching Invincibles. Good movie, man. Good movie choice. Very, very good movie choice. We got a lot of questions coming through, man. By the way, smash a like on the video as you join in. Currently in position where we are in the table. Should the board support Ollie in the transfer window? I'll let you decide that one. Good question.
Yeah, I feel like I think the board split with keeping Ollie in, having Potch sitting on the sidelines. Now that looks like he's going to PSG. I feel like with January transfer window coming up, and what to do really, if this is who they want to carry on backing and putting in the hot seat, then they got to back Ollie, man. They got to back him with at least one significant signing, I think, in the January transfer window to show you that they believe in the process and what he's trying to do. And I think two strong signings that could be available could really put in a title challenge, like a strong one. You know what I'm trying to say? So what do you think?
I think they got. I think they got to do that as well. I think we know that Pochettino is coming now. He's gone to PSG. I'm with the vibes now. Vibes FC now. I'm just gonna go with the flow. Coming in season, we win something, we don't. We'll see where we go, but for now, you know, I'm trying to say to you, I'm just gonna have to back the process in it and just back the team. You get me? Inevitably, back the manager, but right now, I still have my doubts, so we go from there, man. We go from there. Zian Miasa here says, Saida hair ties a sister, but she supports Arsenal. Would you date her? It depends. Yo, listen, depends, man. Saying it depends, man. You get me? Like,
have you had Ty on the channel?
Yeah, exactly. We got a good question there. Well, good question there for you. Sabir Mohammed says, Moosa, when did you revert to Islam, brother?
When did I revert to Islam? I reverted to Islam in 2007, I think. 2007.
MashaAllah.
So a while back now. Yeah. 2007.
And how was the process for you?
Process was all right, man. I can't complain. You know, it was different. It was a different era. I used to do music, used to rap, all of that stuff. Kind of gave it up, and I just converted to Islam and really haven't looked back.
Alhamdulillah, man. You get me? That's the beauty of Islam, innit? You feel me? Like, you know, 1 minute you can be, you know what I mean? You have no guidance, and then you get me? Allah wills the guidance.
Man. Yeah, if there's anyone on there that's ever been looking into it, you just gotta be brave, man, and just think for yourself and think for yourself. So
Alhamdulillah. We got another question here for you. Is Arsenal winning tomorrow? I don't know, mate. Zayn, you're gonna have to answer for them. What's the score prediction, Zayn? Let them know, man. Let them know. You know what I mean? I think they're gonna lose again tomorrow, man. I'm sorry, Arsenal.
Chelsea, who they playing? Chelsea.
Chelsea away, yeah.
They're done for, man. Because Chelsea needs a win. I would love for them to lose though, because Arsenal winning, they don't affect anyone. So I would love them to pull it out of the bag and beat Chelsea. I think tomorrow I want to be supporting Arsenal still, because I just want to get some distance between us and Chelsea, because we're in the league where if you win 2 or 3 games in the trot and someone else draws 2 games, you can quickly catch them up or even go in front of them. So I do want our rivals that are close to us to be dropping points. So let's see if Arsenal can do it for us tomorrow.
We've got a question here from Mohammed. I'm not pronounce the second name. He says, how about Alaba? We could get it for cheap in January. That's a good option everyone's thinking about right now. You know, Alaba is a cheap option. Would he move Champions League football to Europa League football? I'm not too sure, man. You know, I'm not too sure.
But the thing about him is that he's on a free transfer in the summer. So it's for Bayern Munich to be like, hold on, if you're not signing a contract, we want to get some money for you. You know what I mean? I think they could push. They could push for it. Obviously, he might just be whatever, but they could just turn around and say, you're going to sit on the bench. You know what I mean? You're not going to play Champions League football. So all of this, you're staying for Champions League football. You're not playing it, because if you don't go and get us some money back and you don't want to sign a contract, you're not going to be playing anything.
And football is evolving now. You know what I mean? A lot of people want to leave a legacy. You know what I mean? It's all about leaving a legacy, man. You know what I'm trying to say to you.
I would go for him with Midfield.
Yeah. Zia Miasa here says Saka hat-trick. Boy.
Saka
you know what? You got to give it to Zay, though, man. He's very optimistic, man. That's good in life, man, to be optimistic. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's being delusional, but I think it's optimistic, man. Zayn is an optimistic guy. That's what I like about him, man. He never, ever gives in, man. So big up Zayn. We've got nearly 200 people watching, guys. So let's get 200 likes, please. We've got a lot of people here supporting the channel. He goes, like and subscribe if you're new to this amazing fan channel. Saeed is a G. Messi or Ronaldo, Abu says. One of our members, by the way. Shout out to Abu, who's our member.
Messi or Ronaldo.
I'm going
Ronaldo. Go for Ronaldo. Yeah, I'm going Ronaldo, man. Because he's been to too many clubs and done it in different leagues for us to just kind of overlook that.
Facts. Does Pogba start tomorrow? For me, I would do, but I don't think Ollie will do. You know what I mean? I think it will be a very, very aggressive midfield. It'll be high octane. And Didi Madison in there. There's a lot of energy in there. But personally, I think quality always matters, doesn't it? I think you see that Sheffield United, the quality was the difference for me. You know what I mean?
I think is McTominay still injured?
No, you know what? It depends, you know. I think he might be still injured. He might be.
Because if he's still injured, he rarely goes Fred and Matic. He rarely does that. He normally does, you know, like McTominay and Matic, McTominay and Fred, but he doesn't really play Fred and Matic. And I don't think Matic normally plays too many games in a row. So I'm thinking Pogba might step in tomorrow. We might see a Pogba, Fred, Bruno. But I think the formation might change. We might see something similar to what we saw at Everton.
Yeah, absolutely. So. Absolutely.
We might see something different.
Absolutely. Keep getting your questions in, guys. We're going to answer as many as we can, man, in the next hour or so. We're going to answer as many as we can. So keep questioning. If I haven't read it, then I will come to it. I'm telling you, I will try and get every single person a question who's come on here. Rahul Jawali, he says, who do you prefer tomorrow with Maguire, Eric, or Lindelof? Bailly was very, very good. You know,
Bailly was good. There was one of them ones when Maguire gave the ball away, and his recovery was mad. Like the way he caught up, he was trying to go in on goal. Someone was going in on goal against Everton, and then his recovery was rapid. Like he wasn't getting in, he wasn't getting past Bailly. So I think his pace that he showed during the week, I think we missed that, and it allows us to also have a higher line because we know that we've got a man in there that can go back. So I think I would go for Bailly. For me, the question wouldn't be like if Bailly's fit. For me, the question would be Maguire or Lindelof rather than Bailly. And I'm only saying that because if he's fit and he's got the pace, then I don't think he's the one that should be getting dropped. He should always be in there because of his pace. We should be asking the question, who do we partner up with him? Are we going to give him? And Twansabi done well on the right as well.
Right back. Listen, I think we should have to chat about right back for Twansabi, you know. I really do, bro. I really do, man. Anna says, what advice would you give to someone who doesn't want to go to uni? That's a good question, man. I went to uni. I studied forensic chemistry. Forensic science. Yeah, forensic chemistry, forensic science. So it's all about what you want to do, man. It's all about what you believe in. Don't go to uni for the sake of it. That's one thing I would say.
No, don't do that.
Don't go for uni. Have a plan. Stick to it. I would always advise people to try apprenticeships, man. A lot of people don't look at apprenticeships. Are good. Very, very good.
They're good. They're good. If you know what you're doing and what you want to do, then it's important. I
Absolutely,
stopped
man.
at A levels. I started at A levels business studies, but for me, it wasn't university. It wasn't really for me. But I think if you know what you want to do and what you want to achieve in life, just don't do it for the sake of doing it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Sharon Leon says, do you think Paul Pogba will go to PSG if Potch goes there? That's a good question, you know. Do you think he'll go there?
I'm more looking at player. I don't know about Pogba. Pogba, would he go? I think Pogba would go because I think PSG kind of buy players rather than the manager. I think
Yeah.
they buy assets. You know, they're a team like Madrid where they get you. I think they got a director of football and stuff like that. So they get
Yeah,
you a
Jardim, I
team.
think is
Yeah, so
Leonardo,
they
I think
get
is.
you. Yeah, so they get you a team that everyone, even people that don't know about football, can look at your team and be like, "Hold on, this team's good enough to win the league,
Mm,
a couple cups." So you can't argue when you walk into them type of teams, and then they
mm,
just get you there to manage it. So I think that Pogba would still go. I don't think it would be an issue, but I
mm,
think if we're looking at Potch and we're looking at some of the players that he used to coach who are going through a bad spell, who are not getting games, so we look at
mm,
Ericsson at Inter Milan. We look at Dele Alli at Tottenham. These are players that he can pull in. You know what I'm saying?
facts.
And he could be able to get them on loan as well because he's in a
Mm,
different country. So the thing is,
exactly.
so mad.
Exactly.
So we could be seeing a Dele Alli at PSG. You know what I'm
Never know
saying?
what Dublin might just decide to just, leave Tottenham
Uh,
and go for it. By the way, we've got 220 people watching the video. So if you haven't already, guys, smash a like on the video. Ibrahim Manjir, we're gonna keep these questions very, very quick so that we can get as many as we can. Who would you have won? Who would have won the Ballon d'Or? My opinion, Lewandowski. It had to be Lewandowski. I don't know why they postponed it. By the way, very, very harsh on Lewandowski.
yeah. It should have been him as well. I would have went with him. He had a great season last season.
Mm.
The brother just puts up crazy numbers. There's not a lot of strikers that can even lace his boots right now. Man. He's different still.
Uh, I think we already covered this one, haven't we? You know what I mean? Someone saying it. What do you think of the Salah Xmas controversy? For me, I'm in a situation where I don't judge, you know what I mean, people. I think that's not what the Prophet Sallallahu used to do. You get me? I
Yeah.
just feel like, we're in a society, there's a lot of cancel culture going on, you know what I mean? I just feel like, everyone seek guidance, you know what I mean?
One's on
For,
different levels, and I think someone like Salah, who's done a lot of modeling in
yeah,
like topless modeling with females and stuff like that, so you already know where he's at. So I don't
yeah,
think you should be expecting. Then you look at his teammate Mane, you ain't seen nothing come out from Mane all day, or Kante at Chelsea. You know what I mean? So there's different types of players that have different type of. Salah's a brand, and as a brand, he tries to take care of his name because he wants to be Mo Salah after football. So those type of people, they
yeah.
continue to try to do or what they think the public want to see. You know what I'm saying? You see Paul Pogba today, he done season's greetings. You know, he just said
Yeah.
a season's greetings. He said like happy holidays, season's
Mm,
greetings, and kept it simple. You know
yeah.
what I mean? So wish
It's a
people
process,
happy
isn't it? You
holidays.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
His wife is Muslim. Obviously, there have to be a process of, you know what I mean?
Mm,
He doesn't probably want to rush her. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't realize this, you know what I mean? Like, you can't
yeah.
just say to someone, you know what I mean, convert, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
his family would want to say convert, you know what I mean? The whole marriage, you know what I mean? If it was to be, you know what I mean, within the Sharia, you know what I mean? It has to, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? For her, you know what I mean? There has to be a process, man. So it's you know what I mean? Don't be judgmental, people, man. Don't be judgmental, man. You have to, what's it called? Yeah, someone says the reality is answer to Allah. No, no, exactly, man. You know, I'm never judgmental, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Enjoy your Christmas, enjoy your time. You know what I mean? And we move, man. We move. What's it called? What do you rank Ronaldinho as a player? I think he's best in history. For me, my all time favorite footballer, all time, mate.
Yeah. Ronaldinho to me is my all-time favorite. I just still can't believe that Man United let him come to OT, let him, nearly sign up. I think he came to Old Trafford, everything. He was ready to come, and then Barcelona came in last minute, and I still haven't forgiven Fergie for that one day. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Mm.
Ronaldinho, and that was the season before we bought Ronaldo. So Man United was looking to line up with Ronaldinho and Ronaldo in the same team. Can you imagine?
Exactly,
Can
exactly.
you imagine? So
We've got a
yeah,
question
it's
here,
crazy.
Saeed. Yeah. What are your thoughts on Allardyce bullying Arsenal? I don't think he bullied Arsenal. He just tells some home truths. You know what I mean? They are in the relegation battle. Let's
It's
not.
mind games. It's mind games. That Sam Allardyce is down there. He's not going to just sit there and make it easy for them. At the end of the day, he knows it's mind games. He knows he's playing a manager and a team with a manager who's never been here. He's never been in this dogfight. I don't even know if he's been in it in his career as a footballer, let alone a manager. Do you know what I'm saying? Has Arteta ever been so low in the league in his career as a footballer, let alone a manager? Do you know what I'm saying? So,
true.
Yeah, let alone a manager. So he's got to kind of do everything he can to get the upper hand.
Absolutely, man. Suleiman Malik, he says, what do you think of Zidane Akbal, first Pakistani footballer? He's not the first one. I think there was a Fulham player who played for a little bit. I think he played a couple of games, but we need more Asian footballers, man. I don't know about you, Moosa, but we need a lot
people
more
like Zidane Akbal and players like that. I'm sure
he's a good player.
Heritage? Is he mixed heritage though? Is he full?
I don't know, man.
Pakistani?
People have to tell us. Is he full Pakistani or is he?
That's Zidane. That's Zidane. The Zidane there is telling me that he's mixed heritage with the Iqbal.
No, is that no more what people have called him? Maybe his real name is just Iqbal. You know what I mean? Maybe
no, I think his name is Zidane, you know. I think it is.
Is it? Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, so I'm thinking it's mixed heritage. And I feel like that's where we're gonna find more Asian players. I think those that come from
Pakistani and Iraqi. Pakistani and Iraqi.
Yeah, see? Yeah. So that's how I feel we're gonna find more Asian players with mixed heritage. Because it's not really their sport. But if it's a mixed heritage type of thing, then someone in the family is most probably going to push them into it.
We've got Hamza Chowdhury plays for Leicester. He's Bangladeshi. Yeah, man. I'm a big
he's half Somali and Bangladeshi.
Yeah, man. I think we need more ethnic minorities, man, especially within the urban scene. You know what I mean? A lot of we need more Somalis, more Pakistanis. You know, more Libyans, more Algerians.
But to be honest, it's not their sport though, because when you look at like long distance running and stuff like that.
Mo Farah.
You know what the sport's like. Everyone's different. Mo Farah. That's like no one ain't chatting to Mo when he's
no one chatting to Mo Farah.
That's what I'm trying to say. So everyone's got their sport, man. I think people just gotta accept it for how it is sometimes.
Yeah. I don't like this stigma, man. You know what I mean? I don't think that's true, man. They're good at football, man. Sometimes it's all about opportunities and who's given opportunities.
They are. I feel that it depends as well. You're gonna get the and also what's the national sport? What sport does the nation invest in? Do you know what I'm saying? And what you like? Because when it comes to cricket, again, a lot of people can't chat to the Pakistani cricket team.
No, and Indians as well, and Bangladesh, and Bangladesh,
all of them. Yeah, so you got to just accept that some people.
What about this question here? Do you think scouts they get Pakistani and Somali football? I think they do, man. I think a lot of it comes down to kind of stereotyping of the, I mean, they're not ready. They're not really what would I call it? Motivated for the sport. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? Like, they're kind of busy doing other stuff and whatnot. And obviously, you get me. We need to have that balance as a community. You know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like in our culture, where we're very, very striving on education. Sometimes we need to have that balance, don't we? I
was going to say that you're talking about two communities there who are so pro-education, where things like sports is like, what are you talking about? It's secondary, especially when you look at their Somali and Pakistani communities. That you're talking about, communities, education and university so much. I don't think putting a child's hopes in something like a sport is something like that in that culture. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, of course, man. We got a question here, Saeed. Your favorite cricketer for the bowler, batsman? I like both, man. Batsmen and bowlers. You know what I mean? Sandulkar, Iqbal. Listen. I love cricket, man. Especially T20 cricket. I don't know about you, Moosa, but I like T20 cricket, man.
I only know the brother from Birmingham. What's his name? This is shameful. The one that plays for England, Pakistani brother.
Okay, yeah.
That's my brother. Mo Ali.
Yeah, Mo Ali. Okay.
That's my brother.
Is he an Arsenal fan or United fan?
I'm not sure, but that's my guy, though. I chat to him still. I can get him out. Let me find out who he supports. That's my guy.
Yeah, man. Find out who he
supports. He come off social medias, though. He was on Instagram. He came off.
Yeah. I'm all right with cricket, man. I like various sports. Tennis is a very good sport, but basketball. I know you're wearing a basketball top there, man, but I don't know. What are you wearing? Celtics?
No, I'm playing the basketball. This is Milwaukee.
Baseball.
Milwaukee basketball. No, basketball.
Oh, basketball. You watch basketball?
You're
going, bro. You're going.
My reception, is it going in and out, yeah?
Yeah, in and out. Come in and out. Only Muslim brothers make it. Sadio Mane's. Yeah, true. True.
What is he saying now?
I think you got. Yeah, better, yeah. But Milwaukee Bucks, that's for you.
Milwaukee Bucks, yeah, that's me. But I'm not a basketball guy.
Someone says here, what GCSE jobs did you do? I did English, history, RE, French for some reason, design tech, and I did media. So yeah, that's a good question. What do you know? Obviously, for you, what did you do GCSEs or was it O levels?
Now GCSEs, I've done drama, I've done geography, I've done what else I do except for the basics? RE, I've done what else I do? I've done I can't remember. There's a load.
Someone say there, I'm loving the Q&A show, guys. Deserves a like, people. That's it, man. We've got 250 people live, man. Make sure you guys like the video, man. Like the video. Moosa, what part of London are you from?
South London, man. Home of the brave. South London, man.
That's it, man. I got my sister lives in there, southeast, man. Catford.
Catford, that's not far from me.
My brother lives in Brixton.
Yeah, that's on Ensden. That's not far.
Okay. So literally, my brother lives. You know where the Brixton train station is? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a Sainsbury's, isn't there, round the corner?
Yeah. He must be coming to the masjid there. He must come to the masjid.
Yeah. So basically, you go past that. You go, keep going. There's a little park there, isn't it? Little park.
Yeah.
Go past the park. Keep going along. Them houses across there. That's where my brother lives.
Yeah, that's local there, man. That's where the resale store is gonna be in about.
Someone said, "Don't beat the location." Nah, man, don't worry, man. This, what do you want from my brother, man? There's nothing around there. You get me? Like,
there's nothing. Man said, "Don't beat the location." Like we're on the roads.
No, we're not on the roads, man. You get me? Like we're good people. Someone said, "Are you a Mali or Orlando?" Listen, I don't do politics, man. You get me? I think we're all one nation.
You're Orlando.
Listen, man, I don't do politics, man. You get me? Like, I think that's why what's kind of destroyed our country, man. A lot of politics going on. You get me? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Saeed, I'm doing hefs. I'm halfway through, but yo, big up, man. Big up. Keep going. Absolutely, keep going. Saeed, who's your favorite rapper? Mine is Niles. It depends, man. It depends what kind of vibe, innit? You feel me? But all time, what's yours?
What's that rapper?
All-time rapper.
I don't even listen to rap. I'm too old school, so it's more like Biggie, Smalls, and Tupac.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not really on this all new stuff. I don't listen to this.
Someone says here, Saeed, I got a United Zebra kit for Christmas. Yo, big up yourself, big up your family for whatnot. Saeed, someone says here, Saeed, if you didn't support United, who would you support? I would be a City fan. You know, can you believe it, Moosa? I could have been a City fan, man. All my family.
I could have been a Liverpool fan. I was a Liverpool fan by 2 minutes.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. You know what I'm trying to say to you? Like, I could have easily been a City fan. Literally, you know, have you heard of Main Road? Have you heard of Main Road?
Yeah, I know Main Road.
So basically, my house right now, if you literally go a few blocks across, Main Road is right there. So I used to hear Main Road all the time. All the time, man, Main Road. And then obviously my brother was a City fan, my stepbrother was a City fan. All of my house now are City fans. So like it's crazy. It's only me and my other older brother is a United fan. Apart from that, everyone is a City fan. Even my pops, yeah, he's in the middle, man. He'll be supporting United one day, and then when City play this, you know what, man? He has to keep it. Yeah, he's in the middle, man. He's in the middle.
I was in the era where John Barnes was the man. So I went to a sports shop. And I didn't know about football. I didn't know about football. So I just asked them for the red kit because I knew that John Barnes played in a red kit, right? So I went in the shop and I said, can I have the red kit? And then the man gave me a Man United top, but I didn't know the difference. So I just said, yeah, that's the kit. So I said, that's the kit that I wanted. So when I've gone to school as a kid, like I thought I've gone there with the John Barnes kit. Yeah. I didn't even know it was Liverpool. I just knew John Barnes wore red, right? And then the kids have said to me, right, so you support Man United, you know, the kids that know about football. And I said, what's that? They said, yeah, you got a Man United kit. And so I styled it. I said, yeah, I support Man United. And then that was it. I never looked back.
All right. Okay. Fair play.
That's when I was about 7. I was about 7, 8.
Yeah. We don't want to disclose the age. You get me? Don't discllose the age. You know.
And I was about 7, 8 when that happened. So when I done that, I was about 7, 8. I was in primary school. So I never knew much. Right. I just needed the kit, you know what I'm saying? So I've been supporting that since I was about 7, 8.
Fair play. Saeed says, Anna says, big up Anna as always. Saeed, when is the clothing line coming, man? It's soon, inshallah, soon, man. We're gonna pattern out. You get me?
They're saying they're waiting for the United stand, yeah.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's it, man. You know, I'm trying to say we're getting that clothing line soon. Saeed, you live in Manchester? Yes, South Money in the cut. You get me? Let's get these. Favorite series, mine is Vikings. Must watch if you already. Big up Moosa. His contribution channel are amazing. Yo, big up Omar, man. Each and every time. My favorite series. Oh, Ozark was a good one, man. Ozark was a very good one. Money Heist was a good one. Power. Right now, at the minute, I'm watching Undercover. I don't know if you've seen it on Netflix. Undercover, I'm watching right now.
No,
yeah, it's about it's based in Belgium and like Flemish area. You know that Flemish area.
Yeah.
You get me? So I'm getting I'm watching that right now. Undercover season 2. What about you, man? What are you watching?
I'm watching Power Book 2. That was the only thing I was watching.
What's
Power
that?
Book 2. Power Book 2, the second, like the new Power.
Oh, I'm not signed yet, you know. I don't know, man. I
want a new one. My man, what's his name? The son in it, Tariq. Same
Tariq, man, he's a punk, man. I don't like that kid, man. Yo, listen, man. If ever right, Tariq is a punk, man. You get me? Like, honestly, man.
Tariq still, but in the new one,
everyone's on to Tariq, man.
Like
big up from LA, my G. My favorite series is Straight Tracking Podcast. Yo, big up, man. Every Monday, Straight Tracking Podcast, man. You already know that.
We'll definitely get some t-shirts with Straight Jacket Podcast. I think that's
100%, man. We'll get that sorted, What's it called? Let's get these questions. We want United Central logos, hats, hoodies, shirts. Okay, right, cool. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers from iTest. He says, if you were to rank top 5 countries and the most influential football, who would it be? I'm Eritrean. Keep up the good work. Oh, what would you say for that? What would you say?
Top 5. I think the top 5 more influential football countries. I'll be looking at South America and Africa. To me,
yeah, South America and Africa, man. It has to be. If it's all about countries, I would say Senegal. I would say France, Brazil.
Like Brazil, Argentina.
There's a whole load, man. But the main ones are from what's it called? West Africa, man. West Africa.
That's wonderful because a lot of French players are West African.
Exactly.
But then it's harder, but that's why I said Africa, because some of the North African French players as well are mad crazy. And then you've got, I'll say, if we talk about European, I would go for Holland and Portugal.
Facts.
That are good footballing nations. I would go for Holland and Portugal.
Facts.
They're bringing out some ballers.
Yeah, man, they have a lot of ballers, man. We got Red Lucifer here, who's a member of the channel. If you want to become a member of the channel, press join button or see the link in the description. He goes, "Sign, in my opinion, you don't want to be right on certain your opinions, but you want what's best for United United." I've always said that, man, and I've always said, Moosa, that come end of the season, if I'm wrong, and I put my hands up. But right now, the facts are I can't be swayed to believe in a process which, for me, has only won a trophy. That's my question. I know it's one thing's at Mulder, but I can't believe in that right now. I really can't. I have to see it end of the season, then we go from there, man. And I never want to do, what I mean? I never ever want to say, I told you so. There's a lot of people who are on that kind of mode right now. I told you so generation. That's what we are right now. There's a lot of now at the minute, obviously lockdown has brought a lot of tension, man. It's very, very tense, man, the dunya.
I agree, man. I feel like a lot of the Ollie outers, if you want to say that, they're just basically saying honeymoon period is over. Judge Ollie as you would judge any top class manager.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Stop saying he's a legend or he's just learning on the job. Give him a chance. No, we're just saying that's done now. Just judge him on his football. If he puts up the numbers, that's all good. We're happy for it. If he doesn't, then stand up and be counted and make the right calls.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Sammy Ali, he says, by the way, guys, make sure you smash that like on the video, man. Keep getting that likes up. Let's get 250 likes, man. Come on. And Sammy Ali, he says, best movie you've watched. Oh, that's a good one, man. I would probably say Training Day. What about you?
Training Day, the best movie I've watched for me. One of my best all-time movies for me is was it called again? Is it Two-Face? Or what's it called again? Face Off. Face Off.
Face Off. I've not heard of that one.
Face Off is John Travolta and my man when they swap faces. You haven't seen Face Off? They swap their faces. I think that's one of the hardest films. Like basically, they swap like a police officer's face, plastic surgery with some mad criminal, and then he starts living his Face Off anyway. Say no more.
Okay. I'll watch that. I'll watch that then. I'll watch that. Deal Zambialo, he says, Saeed, what do you think of that guy's jokes on Instagram? Yo, that's my guy, man. Big up to him, man. He's my guy right there. Get me that. So big up to him. Saeed, best player you've watched live. Ooh, that's a very good one, man. Very good one. Why?
It's hard when you're a United fan and you've seen Ronaldo.
Yeah, exactly.
He's one of the best of all time in history. And as a United fan, having the opportunity to go Old Trafford, even away, I've seen him.
Yeah, I'm gonna still say Scholes, man. I'm gonna still say Scholes, man. I seen him towards when I started going proper Old Trafford around about 2009, 10, that kind of time. I was getting memberships in and out that time. My first game was 2004 Wayne Rooney, but in terms of seeing Paul Scholes, man, it has to be Paul Scholes, man. For me, just that kind of player that absolutely unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. You know what I mean? And
I don't think I saw Scholes. I didn't get to watch him in his pomp. I seen him at the end of his career in a couple of games. I've had to go to watch Man United. But for me, there's two players that I truly enjoy to watch whenever I watch Man United games. And for me, one of them was Ruud van Nistelrooy, man. You see, when Ruud used to score and the whole stadium just went, Ruud, it was like something else when you got to watch the Man United games in the stadium. Like when Ruud van Nistelrooy used to score, the celebration and the chant from the crowd. Yeah, I used to just enjoy watching Ruud van Nistelrooy. It's simple, just like he bangs them in the back of them.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Eunice says here, if you have to watch a league other than the Premier League for the rest of your life, what is it? Big up from, is that Morocco? Yeah, Morocco.
Yeah, Morocco.
I would say, you know what? That's a good one.
I would have to.
You guys help me out as well. I would say
I would have to go because of the players and where the best players want to go. I would have to say the Liga for me. Just for the big games, to be honest. Atletico, Madrid, Barca. You know what I mean? I would have to say the Liga for me.
I would say. You know what it is? Something about Bundesliga I like. I don't know what it is.
I like the Bundesliga. I like it. It's a bit more British, man. It's got a bit more Premier League vibe going to it, but they just don't have enough teams that
I think the atmosphere, the cheap tickets, you know what I mean, the kind of atmosphere they build. But I would say Bundesliga for some reason, man. I don't know what it is, but Bundesliga would be that.
I have a quick question, sir. What happened to Deportivo La Coruña? Do you remember that team?
Yeah, man. Nah, I think they're in the Segunda 2, I think they're in.
There was an era, if people watch football, where that team had an 11 that was mad.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say to you. So, come on, it's a big one, man. It's a big one, man. Yeah, that's a difficult question, but fair play to you, man. KMZ says, Saeed, Hazard, or in Chelsea, or Giggs at United. I think you can't compare them, man. One was a proper winger, and one was a kind of a left forward. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I feel that's a bit harsh, man. Hazard was good in that era, and Giggs was good in that era. I think it's very, very harsh to kind of compare them, isn't it? You know what I mean? I don't know about you, bro.
No, they're good. They're good. I feel like they're in different eras as well. And Hazard is I don't know. For me, I always expected more from Hazard. You know what I mean? I think Hazard done numbers, but his numbers weren't what I expected from him. I always feel like he was a player that, for me, Hazard couldn't chat to Robin. You know what I mean? Iron Robin. To me, if I had to go for an Iron Robin, and they were both
Iron Robin is probably top 3 wingers, and it's
that's
top
what
5.
I'm trying to say.
Top 5, yeah.
So you would have to ask me Robin or Giggs, and then I'll be like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because Robin is a problem, like problem.
Facts. How was it like to meet some of your United players? I met some of them in the Bruges, and shout out to Flex to get me because we were there in the Bruges for the Europa League, and we were collecting our tickets, by the way, there. And we met. That's when ended up meeting Bruno Fernandes and Fred. That's why I got a picture with them. I met all the players. You know what I mean? They were all going back. They're very, very humble, man. Bayu was a kind of a joker, man. The way he is in football, he way is in real life, man. But yeah, man, shout out to Bruno and Fred, man. You get me? I was just like, I don't really say much in it because at that point, Flex was telling me like, yo, don't say Ollie out, don't talk about Ollie, don't speak to me because at the end of the day, you know, I'm trying to say to you like it's looked fun on what we were doing at that time in it. So yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. But have you met any players?
Yeah, I think I met players. I met people like Bex, different people outside of football, not at the stadium, just like around. You know what I'm trying to say? Zidane in France, like different players, different.
Yeah, come on, man, come on. Saeed, what do you think of Messi breaking Pele's record? You know what, man, phenomenal. You know what? I think probably the best sporting achievement. Will Messi be kind of the icon of sport? What do you say to that one?
Messi will be, but I feel like his thing's always going to be tainted with his international achievements with Argentina, because Argentina doesn't have that Super League. Obviously, they have Boca Juniors and blah 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 blah. They don't have that. Most of their best players always go to Europe or go abroad, right? So for them, teams like Argentina and Brazil, because their best players always go to Europe and they go abroad, you really have to do something for the country. And how you do something for the country is by winning the country a trophy, a major trophy. And that's why until players like that do that, that's why the country will always rate the players that's won the World Cup, the 11 that's won the World Cup, because they've done that for their country. Yeah, you've gone abroad and you've represented us in the best leagues in Europe and you've done what you've done. But what have you done for Argentina, like us as a nation? What if you won us? You know what you've won yourself and those other European teams. So I feel like that's always going to be on Messi, where if you look at someone like Ronaldo when they won the European Championships, that was massive. Even though he was injured in the last game, he didn't play, whatever. But the fact that he brought that back for Portugal, especially in a period when no one expected him to do that, yeah, man. So I feel like Messi, obviously, where his numbers and what he's done is madness. But then when you got to compare him like to the late Diego Maradona, then it's always going to be for me someone like Maradona.
Facts, man. If you could hang out with one celebrity for the day, who would it be? But for me, it's got to be Will Smith, man. Will Smith, man. Will Smith, man. He'll just be. We'd have been having a time of our lives, man. Will Smith for me. And let me know in the comments, guys. Who would you spend the day with for a day? One celebrity I'd spend the day with. What would it be for you?
One celebrity I would like to spend the day with. That's on levels. Who would it be? I ain't got a clue, you know. One celebrity I would like to spend the day with. I don't even know, you know. I ain't got a clue. Possibly be, I don't know, Kante. I don't know, you know. I think Kante is humble, you know. I like Kante. Okay, as a celebrity, I think he's a humble don. I think I can chill.
We got I spend a day with Lana Rhodes. We got Margaret Robbie. These men are on it, man. Rashford, Jenna Fox, Neymar, Juan Mata, Pogba. Yeah. Nobody so much as fair play. Pogba. So I got a question here from our members here. Shout out to Red Lucifer. He goes, how would you rate Rashford as a footballer? Some fans think he's a waster. Listen, I think Rashford is a very, very good player, man. You know what I mean? He has his inconsistencies, which I never, ever will kind of like, you know, put him and regard him as a kind of a world-class player. Or not even a world-class player, but I won't ever regard him as someone who, you know what I mean? You know when you sometimes say to like Hazard or something like that or Neymar, whenever bad game, you're like, you know, what are you doing, man? You know what I mean? What's going on? Like, we can criticize him. For me, Rashford, I take it as it comes now. When he's having a good game, I'll praise him. When he's having a bad game, I'll be like, you know what? Next game, innit? Next game. You know what I'm trying to say to you?
The thing about Rashford is that players his age, his numbers are phenomenal. If you look at the players his age around the world, none of them are on the numbers that Rashford's on in the last 2-3 seasons. Like, his numbers are phenomenal. So I feel like sometimes with Rashford, I feel like I'm waiting to see the 27-year-old Rashford. We're still seeing a 24-year-old here. You know what I mean? Is it 23, 24?
23. Yeah, 23.
So we're talking about a 23, 24, coming on 24-year-old. And when I look at some of the greats at that age, they were still learning their craft, doing what they're doing. So for me, let's see Rashford at 25, 26. Let's see what he's doing. Because if he's doing these numbers now, and there's those parts of his game that we don't like, let's see.
Yeah. What else? Questions, guys? Keep getting questions in, guys. We've got nearly 300 people in this video. Like the video and subscribe to that, etc. We're only about 70 or 80 away from 26,000. So please, guys, if you are watching this and you haven't subscribed, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. We got here a question here. Mohammed Razak, he says, what do you think the scouts don't come in the ends in London where most South Asians or Somali play? A white kid is likely to have a parent who takes them to tournaments. I think, you know what it is? It's two things, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's also, I get the opportunities, but it's also the kind of thing you have to come forward. You know what I mean? Things won't come for you, will it, Moosa? You know what I mean? The opportunities.
No, they won't. But in London, I know a lot of Somalis in at QPR, West Ham, in academy teams. There's a lot of Somalis in the academy teams. But what I do know, a lot of them's had bad injuries. And again, I keep talking about physique and build and just the type of players that sometimes are. A lot of them are flair players, nice players. Yeah. But again, a lot of them are built for a bit like long distance. So when them tackles come in at an early age, a lot of them are writing off having bad injuries at such an early age. And I'm trying to say, so for me, there's a lot that goes behind it. And like you said, there's a reason why West Africans are in the market big time. Them guys are built different. You see them. Us East Africans were a bit different. So,
we've got a question here. We'll try and make this kind of as short as we can with this one. Do you think racism will ever end? Well, I'll let you answer that question.
Now, for me, with these type of questions, we answer them by asking another question. Do we think murder or whatever ends? Things like murder and theft and robbery and bad manners and all of those things will never end, then that's just a human tendency, innit? People are just human beings, and human beings that are going to murder, they're going to be racist, they're going to steal, they're going to cheat. It's just another characteristics that human beings have. You know what I mean? Can we eradicate it from the space? Maybe, but not make it end.
Yeah, absolutely, man. User 4 here, he says, Saeed, don't you think your personal life, family is at risk now due to social media? If so, how do you handle toxicity? You know what it is for me, I try and think of the positive, man. I think in life, you got to think about the 98% of people who show love. You know what I mean? Like when you go outside and when I'm walking on the streets, like there's a lot of people who show love, man. And you got to remember that. If you remember the kind of minority who you'll never see in your life, like, you know what I mean? These trolls, you'll never ever see them in your life. So I feel like you've got to take this criticism and think, you know what? Does it benefit me? Does it kind of does it mean anything to me? And I always got to say, man, take the 90%, 8% love and don't focus on the 2% hate. Because if you focus on the 2% hate, you will never ever get anywhere. And I'm telling you right now, you will never ever get anywhere if you focus on the 2% hate. And it's as simple as that, man. You take it as you come.
And as long as they keep it as opinions, keep it words. As long as they keep it words and it's not physical, because a lot of people they see individuals like, for example, Eric Cantona. Just because man saw Eric Cantona playing on the field, they thought he was just any guy. They can just abuse him in the crowd. What did Eric do? Eric went in there with fly kicks. The same with Evra. Just because you see someone on the pitch or you see someone driving a bus or driving a train or on their work and you think you can abuse them and get physical, don't be surprised when people turn you upside down. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, man, just take your time. Like, don't get twisted because we're here. We're a part of the fan base. We support Man United. You know, we have our opinions on it. We share them. We want to hear other people's opinions.
Yep.
We're all about that, but keep it as opinions, innit? If you have an opinion on me, you have an opinion on Saeed, that's an opinion. But just don't try
and that's
to make
what
it physical.
that leads on to the second question. What are your thoughts on football Twitter? I think it's a very, very kind of what would I call it? There's a fine line between, you know what I mean, a lot of people who come on there for kind of, you know, trolling and whatnot. I always, like, for me, I put my opinion out there. And Twitter is what you think in your mind, man. I always say to myself, I will always speak my mind, and that's what I do on Twitter. You know what I mean? And you know what it is for me? The trolls will always be there. You could write, you know, I don't know, water is wet, and people will find a way to troll that. You know what I'm trying to say to you? So I think for me, in terms of social media, you have to be thick-skinned. I'm not gonna lie to you. You have to be thick-skinned, but at the same time, man, you have to remain steadfast and know what your goal is. You know what I mean? If your goal is to achieve something, do not like listen to the minority who kind of want you to go down, because that's in reality what they want you to do. They want you to fall. And if you're gonna listen to them people, listen, man, the road is not for you, man. The road is not for you.
Yeah, and people have got to understand that the dunya is just the dunya, man. You have to understand within all of this that you have to understand that it's not real. And this is why, like, I've been on Twitter, but I'm not really on it, because you have here Saeed, you put your name on it, you put your picture to your name, people know who you are. Then you have individuals on there who they don't share their real name, they don't share their pictures, and
Exactly.
it's just fun and games for them. You don't know who you're dealing with, and it's dunya, man. And for me, I just feel like I said again, like I was saying before, people got to respect the work that you do, Saeed, and the graft that you put into United Central, and all the hard work behind it, because it's not simple. And and on top of that, creating legacies, creating a fan base legacy. You know, that's
what I want to do, man.
Yeah, that goes on beyond here today. How many people have supported Man United, have come and gone, and the club's still here today, and they're buried, they're dead, they're gone, they're no longer here. But the legacy of the club and what it stands for, what they've done, is still here.
It's a small life, man. We're not here for long, man.
Yeah, small lives, man. So for us, it's about creating legacies. And, you know what I mean, the guys know the work that I do with Reso, you know, helping the poor people, giving back. That's what it's about.
And also, you know what I mean, the people who give you a lot of hate, you know, I always look at them, I think they're not people of culture. You know what I'm trying to say to you? They're not people who have been around people where you show love to people, you respect people. So you kind of like, you know, you almost think to yourself, why do you believe someone who, you know, they come from a life where, you know, like we're the culture where, you know, you respect the elders, you kind of you know, you talk to people with respect. You know what I mean? When you don't have that other people, like, you know, I'm trying to say to you, like, you can't.
It's just a game. It's just like, people don't get it. We support Man United, we support the club, but people have got to understand. Even some of these players, like, if you get to meet some of the Man United players off the pitch as personalities, some of them you'd think like, hold on, this guy's he's a waste man. Like, you wouldn't even get on with him, and he wouldn't even have the time of day for you. There's some footballers who play football, but they don't watch it. They just do it. It's a 9 to 5. They don't even enjoy it. There's professionals that you'll be surprised. They'll tell you, no, I don't watch football. It's long. It's like, they just do it. It's a 9 to 5. They're good at it. They make a way. So I feel like sometimes when people take it too serious and they're like, this is my player, you can't talk bad about. If that player that you're defending, putting your life on the line for all of that, you saw him on the main road, he ain't got time for you. You might never say anything at all.
Yeah, facts. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I test says, Moosa, I know you are a convert, so I know you can relate. I'm not a convert, but I only started taking religion seriously 6 months ago. How do I cut bad friends and practicing brothers? That's a good question, man. It's a good question.
And be practicing brothers. Yeah, I feel like in any walk of life as an individual, I feel like you just got to know what you want to do, what you want to achieve in life, and where you want to go. I feel like the minute you decide for yourself as an individual, what do you want to do? Look at example for like Saeed is doing, you know, United Central, or you look at myself with Reso. To do United Central and to create the platform that you're doing, you've had to make decisions in life about people who are good for you to help you create this platform. You know, will put you in the right directions, will motivate you to take the next step. And the people that's going to be like, Saeed, why are you wasting your time? Like, what are you doing on, you know what I mean? There's always going to be people that put you down. It's for you as an individual to kind of balance it. Yeah, filter out, and never be afraid to tell people. Like I always tell people, one thing I always say to people is this: if you can't swim, how can you stop anyone else from drowning?
Yeah, well,
I always tell that. If you can't swim, how can you stop anyone else from drowning? So learn how to swim on your own. Learn how to float. Learn how to swim comfortably. And then once you've been able to do that in your own self, your own environment, then those friends who you deem to be friends, but they're no good for you, then maybe you can go back and help them because they're drowning. You're all imagine like you just fell in a pool with 5 friends and none of you can swim. If you can't swim, you're not going to try and save someone else. Because you're trying to save yourself. You're drowning. You know what I mean? So unless you know how to swim, you can't help no. So I always tell people learn how to swim for yourself.
Absolutely, man. Question here from Eunice again. He says, "Is it difficult to be a YouTuber?" I don't say it's difficult because anyone can make an account, but it's all about consistency. Can you deal with adversity? You know what I mean? Just plan and execute. That's all you have to do, man. Plan and execute, man, and stay consistent and find something that you love and find something that you kind of you like and enjoy, man. Because if you don't enjoy it, it will be very, very short term. Omar says it. Moosa has been a good addition to the channel. Speaks complete sense. Yeah, big up, man. Always, man.
And also what you said about the YouTuber there, be original, man. Because I've been following you from you was on the other channel, then you've been on different channels, then you've created your own platform. And one thing that's been consistent is your originality in the content that you produce. And I'm sure that when you was being yourself and being original, there would have been a lot of people that were like, that's not how you support the team. Don't do that. But
and that's the difference for me. I'm myself though. And I feel like, even if I didn't do YouTubing, I would still have the same opinion at home with my friends. And I feel like, a lot of people in this YouTube game, and I'm not saying any names because I feel like everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I feel like for me, you have to be yourself. This is who I am. Why would I change and fit the crowd and fit the narrative of the crowd? You know what I'm trying to say to you? You are your own person. You know what I'm trying to say to you? You have to be your own person. And I feel like for me, that's what for me separates the kind of rest, man. I am my own person, man. And that is it.
It's important. It's important.
And that's important for life.
I always tell people, I tell people like there's like some 7 billion people on the planet. You only need 2, 3, 4, like 2% of those people to support what you do for you to be popping and to be doing well. You don't need everyone. So don't be trying to fine-tune yourself for the majority. Just catch your niche. Be you. You know what I mean?
Be you. That's all you can do. If I wanted to, kind of appease the masses, I would say everything that everyone would like to hear. You know what I mean? Like I would say the majority opinion and I would slide on the radar. But I feel like, when everyone leaves around and you use that analogy of, when everyone's like swimming and you can't come out, when you're left on that moment, where are you gonna go? You know what I mean? And
that's it.
And it's all about, I always put people in a situation of, in the real world, when it's a real situation and you have to think about other certain things here. I always I want to know, how would they deal with that situation? You know what I'm trying to say to you? Because if you follow the crowd, you will never have an opinion and you will never form an opinion on yourself. Now, when you go into the real world and there's a situation going on and a brother really needs your help, you're gonna want some kind of what's the word I'm looking for, man? Some direction from you.
Yeah, direction, some guidance. Yeah,
and that direction comes from being someone that's, you can be yourself. And if you can be yourself, you can lead that direction that someone needs. You know what I mean? You're not just gonna say to him, you know what? You're not gonna give him a generic answer. Say, you know what? Things will turn out all right. You know what I mean? Like that's what somebody
never wants to hear. Like people don't understand. The players we love to watch are those players that's gone against the grain. The players that said, "I'm not going to keep it safe. I'm not going to keep it simple. I'm going to give a through ball. I'm going to give a 30-yard pass. I'm going to give that ball that no one else sees." Because we know when you're being trained in anything, people are teaching you to the majority, keep it simple.
Yeah.
So when Messi turns and does the unthinkable, he's not trained to do that. That's him going against the grain, being him. When Bruno gives the balls that he gives and does the things that he does, Pogba, Zidane, Ronaldo, all these great players that we love, these are the players that are there in your eyes, clear for you to see in your vision, are going against the grain. They're doing what they're not been trained to do. What normally... people will be like, "Oh, you're showing off. You're that." Nah, brother. I'm playing me. I'm doing me. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Callum Asta Ferrandia, he says, "Hey, bro, have you got any advice for any people in their early 20s?" Um, it's kind of a difficult one. You'll know what you want to do in life probably in your early 20s, because for me, I started working from early, man. I started working from 17, man. I was a grafter, man. You know what I mean? I started early from working. Then I went into uni. So for me, I never followed the crowd, man. I was always myself, man.
Yeah, I always tell people, man. I tell people all the time, your friends, your 3, 4, 5 closest friends to you are always going to determine the type of person you are. That's why they always say, especially in Islam, they say, show me a person's friends and I'll show you his character.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Show me a person's friends and I'll show you, because you're not going to be around. You're not going to have 5 friends who are all professional footballers and you're not involved in football in some way. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to have 5 friends who are like criminals and somehow you don't fall into criminality. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You're not. So make sure that the closest people to you, are the type of people that you want to be. Because the least they're going to do is give you advice. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. And that's what you got to do in life, man. And that's what you got to do in life. Yes, Red Lucifer will be there, man. We'll be there. 10 o'clock, I think it goes live. So, yeah, man. Keep getting your questions in, man. We'll do 15 minutes more. We'll get your questions in, guys. I will try giving you more questions and more questions. Someone says big up Saeed. How would Zaha be in the top 6 side? I think he's got the qualities, but he's a lot of money, isn't there? A lot of money.
Zaha, we had it, man. I don't know. United. What do you think about this 5 million for Depay? They're talking about.
I don't know, man. I'm not too sure, man. I'm not too sure. I think, sometimes a story, needs to end. And I think we've ended that story with Depay.
You think so? You think Depay? Because I think because for me, players that Mourinho got rid of, I find it difficult to kind of, because Mourinho's a man example. Look at Tottenham. Mourinho will sell Dele Alli, and Tottenham's not finished with Dele Alli.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because he's that type of man. So Mourinho will come in and sell Depay, who was a good player, had a good relationship with Luke Shaw on the left, had good moments, was finding his feet at Old Trafford, and my man shot at him, and it's like it never even started. And the guy's hungry, man. I don't know, man. I just feel like we're missing something. So the question I always ask to ourselves, Man United, do we spend 80 million to get a winger, or do we get backup? Do we get backup for Martial and Rashford with someone like Depay? Do we let them 3 deal with up front, because Cavani's not going to be here forever?
No, he's not.
You know what I mean? So for me, I feel like a clever man for me would bring someone like that in, who, if he comes, like example, imagine we bought Depay and he outscored Martial or he outscored Rashford. We'd have to play him.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? And if it's 5 million, it's 5 million, because I don't want to hear someone like that going for 5-10 million. Then we go and spend 60-70 million on a chance, like some chancer.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Saeed opinions on Lampard. Be honest. Listen, I think he's an upcoming manager. I think. Do I believe he's got the tools to be a top manager? I'm not sure. I really am not sure. I don't know if he'll last at Chelsea, man. I think there's a lot of things that Abramovich wants, especially with the kind of what's it called? Money he spent. I'm not too sure. It all depends on the season where Chelsea fans see themselves. If they see themselves as a top 4 club, he'll stay there. If they want to win trophies, then I don't know if Lampard is the man to win trophies, man. I really don't, man. What do you think, bro? Similar with Oli. Similar.
Yeah, when I see Lampard and Oli, I look at Lampard, I see a man who has a game.
You gone there, bro? Oh, I think he's gone there.
Back in, let me see.
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, so for me, I look at that. I don't know what happened there. I look at Lampard and I think that if Lampard does get sacked, he's going to get sacked on his terms. He's playing the football that he likes. He's playing the players that he likes. And then I look at a man like Oli, who might outlast Lampard.
Oh,
yo.
Yeah, you're there.
Yeah, so then I look at Oli and I think like we might be onto Oli and cussing Oli, but Oli might be a man who says, you know what, I can't play the football that I want yet because these men are not ready. So I'm going to try to play a different style of football, and he might end up outlasting Lampard for the fact that he's not sticking to what he really wants to do, and he's trying to. I don't know. It's like sometimes I look at Ollie and I think, are you playing the game with the board to stay long enough until you can't get sacked, and then gradually play your football? Because within his position, there's also a game that he has to play. He has to think to himself, I can go and play my team and maybe lose the game 3-2. By the end of the day, if I lose the game 3-2, and yeah, we played good football, but we still haven't got 3 points. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Or I go into the game and we win it 1-0, and it's a tight one. We're playing defensive, but I've got 3 points on the board and I can't get sacked. So I've been watching Ollie recently thinking, what is there a game that he's playing with the board and what's going on behind the scenes where he's thinking, I can't afford to get sacked, you know what I mean? Because man, I don't know. So it's difficult. But Lampard, yeah, I just feel like he's gonna die. So
absolutely, man. Tapas Pulis, I don't know if it's this is a League Gunners burner account, but he goes, do you think AFTV is to play for Arsenal's bad form? I don't know if you see Mika Rich's comments about AFTV saying that it's affecting their mental health, it's affecting their performances. Listen, man, I don't know about Mika Rich's.
He's taking a mick. He's taking a mick,
man. He's been taking a lot of L's, man, lately.
No,
he's another L, man.
He's a nutter. If AFTV is affecting the Arsenal club, what does he think Sky Sports is doing? You know what I'm saying? The punditry that Sky Sports has been giving over Arsenal and what they've been saying and all that blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So what does he think that they're doing? Forget AFTV. You lot are national broadcasting stations. Like he's been taking a lot of L's, man. I don't get it. Sometimes he can say what he wants. Sometimes he plays the position like, I've earned to be here. You know, I'm not just making up for the ethnic minorities, blah, blah, whatever, mate. Give it a miss.
No. Absolutely, man. Zano says we should get a Discord. You know what? I might think of doing a Discord, or you know what I might try to do. You know, Clubhouse. Everyone's on Clubhouse at the minute right now. Have you seen what Clubhouse is?
No, what's that going on there?
I don't know, man. It's something where you can like talk, and like a lot of people can watch the kind of chat. You can select people who are on the kind of
okay.
So I think that would be. It depends. We might just have to do our own Discord, man. I think that would be better. Discord will be better. Someone says this. You know, some post says thingy. Someone says this. It's hypocrisy. Look at Martial and Pogba. Go. They've been go get pundits. Someone says I respect Mika Richards, but AFT comment has him gone delusional brain. Someone says Dean Zambriolo. He says do a calling show side. Would love to be on it. Yeah, man. I'll try to do that, man. Absolutely, we'll try and do that.
Will be banging. Calling will be banging.
Yeah, that actually would be good. You know, we've always thought of that idea. You know,
that'll be banging.
Can you get some raging topics, debating raging? Yeah, man, we can do that. Guys, keep get your questions in, man. We'll do it for another 5 minutes or so. Get your questions in, man. Get your questions. Anything. It could be football related, non-football related. Anything you want to ask me and Moosa while we are here right now. Are we getting Moosa Caicedo? Is about to go. What do you make of it, by the way? Are you excited? I don't know. I've never heard anything from him, so I can't be excited, surely.
No, I'm not too excited. He's a young player, so he's gonna come in. But if it's gonna be similar to the young two that we got in the summer, you know what I mean, Palestri and Mohamed, is it Ahmed? That's coming in the Diallo. Diallo. If it's young players like that, then it's like we're hoping that they become what we're buying them for. But they're not starters, you know what I mean? They're not starters. They're not that. So for me, for Man United to really, for right now, I want to get some experience. So we're talking about Alba. We're talking about, experienced players like that and that can come in straight away, make a difference. And like, I think we missed the boat with a couple this season that we allowed Arsenal to get. Because I don't know what Partey's thinking is going on at Arsenal there, but Partey must be.
Partey, he's having a party there.
Because he could have been in a title challenge at Old Trafford.
Exactly. Anas Ahmed, he says, do you think we'll ever be getting back to normality? What do you make of it, man? What do you make of the whole situation with the kind of pandemic? For
I don't
you,
know, man,
do
because
you see the light at the end of the tunnel, man? For me, I'm just kind of just like I'm doing a lot of self evaluation, self growth, man. I think I got to
yeah,
work on my
yeah,
own self. I mean,
yeah,
work
yeah.
on. Maybe this is a time for I mean that's it's fate. I mean it's what has happened. I mean and it,
Someone said that, man. Someone said the world needed a timeout. Like
yeah,
people needed a timeout. The world needed to stop. People that said there was too much people that was just on, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna be here. Next year I'm doing this, next year I'm doing that. Too many
yeah,
people were too full of themselves. And
yeah,
God basically said, hold on, you're not going anywhere this year. How about you're sitting down and you're taking time out? And I feel like a lot of people needed time out. People got to know their neighbors, got to know people that they've
yes.
been sharing the street with for years that they've never actually had
Never
conversations
knew.
with.
Yeah,
People got to build better relationships with their families at
yeah,
home, their mothers, their wives, their husbands, their kids, whatever it might be. So I feel like we needed this time out, but I feel like as human beings, we once you start, it's like you buy yourself a brand new pair of trainers. The first couple of weeks, you're gassed, and when you get used to them, you're like, it's whatever. And I feel like we're starting to get back into that situation as human beings where we're getting used to being in this lockdown. So even example, when this new lockdown came down with the tier 4 and all of that stuff, a
yeah,
lot of people don't realize that we're lucky to still have football. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because people are forgetting that football was proper cancelled. Like, as bad as things is, they could have cancelled football again. What could we do about it?
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Someone
So
Eunice says he's struggling with lockdown. Personally, I'm used to it by now. You know what, man? I think for me now, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I think now you have to make the best of the situation, man. And now that's why I said to me, I'm doing a lot of self-evaluation. I mean, things that I never, I mean, thought I would do. I'm gonna try and do it. You know what I mean? Finding your inner self, man. You know what I mean? Like you're building on your email. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of stuff you
yeah,
can work
yeah,
on, man. It's all about
100%.
finding kind of or whatnot. Someone says what's the variation in the UK people are talking about? It's a new strain, isn't it? It's a new strain that
It's more contagious, but the same level of effect. So it's the same disease, but it's just easier to spread.
yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. Um, what stand is your season ticket? East stand, but I want to move though. I want to move. Someone says if there's no football, I'm finished. You know what, man? Probably I think a lot of people would be very very down, man. Trying to
That's what
say
I'm
to you,
saying. That's what I'm
Moosa,
saying. The
what's
school,
your Twitter?
my Twitter is, where's my Twitter? It might be revert to Islam. I want to double check it, but I think it's not. I'm going to check out my Twitter. But what was I going to say? The schools over here have prolonged it by another week. Have they prolonged going back by another week up there?
Yeah, this guy caught me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
Insane.
he said, Saeed's been breaking lockdown as he always have a fresh trim. Listen, man, my sister gives me a cut, man. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. You know what I'm trying to
He
say
said
to you,
you're
like,
breaking lockdown rules in the fresh gyms, yeah.
uh, how long have you been going to games before lockdown? Of course, I've been going to games like on. I started going on and off at 2010-11 season, and then from onwards, I proper got a season ticket around 2016. I think it was, yeah, 2016. Before that, I had memberships because I was in uni in it, so I was like, in and out of whatnot. Um, do you think we'll go into next tier? What do you think, bro? You're already in
Yeah, we're
tier
in
four.
tier 4, and the kids have got another 1 week holiday off school, so they're not going back till the 11th.
Oh, okay, yeah. That makes
They
sense, man.
prolonged
I
it.
think it'll be in and out, man. I think it'll be in and out. I think it'll be in and out. But we'll get a couple of one more question or two more questions in. Your sister is a barber. Yo, come on, man. You don't know that. Come on, man. You don't know that. Opinions on Simon Jordan. Listen, I don't pay
Simon
attention
Jordan,
to them.
allowing them and they're nuts.
How can he afford to go to games? You work, man. You work. You know what I mean? You earn your bread. You know what I was.
Yeah, of
Uh,
course.
Someone says, user for how can you combat anxiety and depression? Give us advice. You know what? We'll leave it on that question. That will be our last question.
Anxiety and
How do you
depression.
deal with depression and anxiety?
I would always tell people, open up, man. Open up. Because sometimes I feel like a lot of us, when we're going through things, we think we're the only people that are going through it. or we're the only people that are experiencing something at a certain time in our lives. And I feel like the best thing to do is open up to someone that you know you can confide in and that you trust. If not, go to one of those helpline numbers and make that call, man. The last thing you want to do is keep it into yourself and let it build, and then maybe end up doing something silly that that sometimes you don't even live to regret, but your family members live with that regret and pain. So I always tell people, and your loved ones, man, just reach out, the best way possible. If that's telling your best friend, telling your partner, your family, your parents, or just calling an anonymous line and having someone to speak to, just make sure you tell someone when you're going through your bad depression, if it leads to anything else.
And that leads into that next question there. How do I get closer to my dean?
And that's Dean again, man. Guidance, man, and good friends, man. I keep on telling people, there's no way you're gonna make friends with people that's on Dean and they're not gonna pull you with you, man. There's no way, man. People underestimate good friendship, man. Friendship, we all grew up and your parents are like, don't be around those kids, man. They're bad kids. You're gonna be, and we're like, whatever. But listen, man. Friendship, man. Your friendship's so important, man. Be around good people, man. Be around.
Deal is a religion. Deal is a religion, Zanos. Deal is religion.
Zanos. Deal is just religion. Yeah, like your faith, your way of life.
Yeah. And yeah, man, Yunus tops it up there, man. This has been a real deep live stream. This is Q&A, guys. If you want us to do this maybe once a month, we can do this once a month. We'll talk about football life. We'll probably have some stories. Maybe we can bring on Nuri. We'll just have a lot of Q&As and whatnot.
Muslim Bilal is good for this still. Muslim Bilal.
Yeah, you know what? We'll have Muslim Bilal on. If you guys know Muslim Bilal or known as Ashley Chin, we can bring on. We could have some guests on here. Maybe we could do like a podcast about their life and whatnot. We could maybe do that. We'll bring on some people. Moosa can co-host with me. Once a week. All right, once a week. Okay. Once a week, we'll find somewhere. Then we'll find a slot.
People want that, but Nuruddin want to be happy. Nuruddin want to be thinking, right, these men are giving the therapy.
Yeah. Exactly, man. We'll bring on some guests, man. We'll bring on some guests. We'll talk about their life and how footballers, change their life and whatnot. And yeah, man, we'll bring on some people, man. Once a week. Okay, once a week. Okay. Best show on the channel. Yeah, man. Big up, guys. Make sure before you leave, guys, smash a like on this video. Subscribe to United Central. Yeah, man. Big up for all the questions, man. It's been eventful, man. Guys, you guys have been in. Nearly 300 people have been live. Yeah, man. Bring Muslim Bilal. Yeah, man. We'll bring him on. Man. You get me? Like, you guys are top guys. But yeah, man. Before you leave, guys, smash a like on the video. Subscribe to United Central. Go follow Moosa on Revert to Islam on Instagram. Go check him out there. He does a lot of stuff with resale. Giving collecting shoes from the from the community. You can donate, and he gives it to the homeless and whoever is unfortunate. But yeah, man, go check him out. Revert to Islam on Instagram. And please, guys, before you leave, if you haven't subscribed to United Central, we are road to 26K, guys. So please subscribe to United Central. And yeah, man, we'll be back tomorrow for the live streams, the watch-alongs, all of that good stuff. If you're having a good Christmas, have a good Christmas. Happy New Year and whatnot. And yeah, man, we'll be back, man. We'll be back. Guys, like, subscribe, and we'll see you soon, guys. Take care. Bye-bye, and peace.